Join. Yeah. Yeah.
So dear everyone, very good evening. So we have our new member joining for our training session from today. So we have with us Tulsi. So Tulsi, could you
Yeah.
please introduce yourself?
Yeah. Good. Yeah. Teju.
Tulsi, would you like to
Teju.
ask something about yourself?
ఇట్లా ఇదేం మ్యూట్కి వెళ్ళిపోతుందిరా. Yeah. Can I? Yeah. Okay. Hi. Good evening to you all.
Very good evening. Come on, let's show some energy to Tulsi. So Tulsi, good evening.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good
I'm
evening,
newly
Tulsi.
joined. Hi, ma'am. Good evening.
Good
Newly
evening.
joined. I'm very happy to be the part of the training
Yes.
program of the school. Okay. Okay, that's it.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
I want to know I want to know more for the kids or subject wise everything. Okay.
Welcome to the family. Tulsi, you're not alone on this batch. We have Deepti who would be joining us from today. So Deepti, hi, welcome. And we have Sonali who's for the same batch itself. So you're all the same batchmates, okay? So Tulsi, Deepti, Sonali, Madhuri, you're all from the same batch and
Okay.
interact with one another, get to understand a little bit more, you know, exchange your numbers so you get that conversation. So we have the other students who are from the previous batch who are little seniors comparatively. So you can contact Hina, you can contact Chandra, Sumita, Shweta, Ranjani, Soni, okay, for any such doubts or clarifications, and they're always one phone call away. So you need to make sure that you're always available on phone and you can connect with them. So welcome guys. So thank you very much for joining in for our today's session. So let me quickly.
Then I use, especially with my kids, that pizza self. It was very beautiful. It is easy for them to count and do that 8-dot sheet paper, and then we counted and they enjoyed. Kids enjoyed. I thought like that. It is very, very, they enjoyed. Kids are enjoying to stick some activities. If they tell them, they are enjoying and doing it nicely.
Nice. Thank you, Hamza. In today's session, we're going to be talking something related to mathematics, right? So we all know that math is around the young children right from day one. You all agree on that? Math is around right from day one. We all agree on that, right? So what it could be, like, you know, right from, in case if you're giving some pens to your children and you ask them to go counting, like, you know, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or you can even ask them about, you know, how many colors are in blue, how many colors are in red, how many colors are in pink, or even basic questions like how old are you? So right from the beginning, when your child is born, we are somewhere down the line, like, you know, working towards math. Agree? Everybody agrees on that particular thing? Yes. So we always work on that particular conceptions. Now, apart from that, what is that we do it in our classes? What is that we would be working in our classes is somewhere related to work with shapes. We work with numericals, we work with numbers, we work with abstract patterns, we work with geometry, we work with any other kind of shapes which is slightly working for our children, maybe 2D shapes, 3D shapes, right? Now every little conceptual what we have somewhere down the line working with something called as number system, decimal system. Yes, it is all related to our number system and decimal system, right? So you agree on that. So we are going to be working specifically on these particular things. And now what is arithmetic then? Anything that you are working with positive numbers, anything that you want to work with positive numbers is considered to be as arithmetic, right? Positive numbers, real numbers. So the process of your addition, the process of your subtraction, the process of multiplication, and the process of division is all somewhere down the line linked with your science of computation. You're working with your numbers day to day, right? So what we would be working in our Montessori is to perform any of these operations. To perform any of these operations, we would be using some material. Okay, what would we be using? We would be using some material. Now, those materials can also be called as manipulatives. What do we call them? We call them as manipulatives. Sometimes we also call as didactic material. We also call them as didactic material. Why do we call them as didactic materials? Because they are scientific materials which is used for one purpose. So that means if I'm using one material to teach one thing, I will have to be using, for example, why do I use this sketch pen? Maybe to color, right? I can use a whitener if I would have
If
done
any
some
mistakes
mistake.
happens,
Yes. So I use my marker to write on my board. Now I use my mouse to perform an operation on my computer. Now each one of them have got a specific skill. I use pen to write, pencil to write. I use sketch pen to color. I use whitener to erase something, right? So every time when some material is isolated, when some material is used only for one purpose, we call them as didactic materials, because scientifically we would be using those materials to perform one task. Clear, Sunita? Okay, please raise your hand in case if you're not able to understand. Okay, so yeah, so we would be using these materials in our classes. So what is that thing that we're going to be working over here is like, the first important thing is the arrangement of the material. So what is the first important task that we always have it? We need to have the arrangement of our materials. Now, when I say arrangement of materials, how it could be? Now, how should I arrange the materials? Now, the first possible computation for me is like, I will have to be working on materials wherein I can show you, right? Now, say for example, if I'm walking through the school, I will have to be showing you the Montessori environment itself. Now, in our environment, what we can have is we need to have materials which can be stored across. Now, can you see over here just behind me? You have shelves, right? You have so many shelves all here, right? Can you see all these shelves?
Yes.
Yes. Can you see
Ma'am.
all of them? So what we do first step is like, arranging those materials in a particular sequence, in a particular order is very important. Okay. So you need to be arranging all those materials, and each of those materials will be specific to perform one particular task. Okay. So it will be particular for one particular task, and you will have to be isolating each one of them from different places. Okay. Sorry for the lighting. So this would be your first possible thing that you're going to be working on. It's like you will have a dedicated place to store each of the material, and from there you will be picking up all your materials, you will be coming across, and you will also be sharing it with our children of different classes and different age groups. Okay, so this is your first step that you're going to be working on. Now in today's class, we're working on the first thing is like, children, as soon as you keep everything, what is the first thing that nature would happen? The child is very attracted. The child is attracted, right? The
Color.
child go and pick all that material, correct? So the child gets attracted because the child is so fascinated. You gave them different kinds of opportunities to actually work with. So unlike your science, unlike
Ma'am.
science or language, your Montessori math is also equivalently attractive material. So I can say it is also equivalently attractive. So children do get attracted to perform some of the math exercises also. So what did Dr. Maria Montessori say over here is like, Maria says that mathematics is sort of a mind activity. We all agree on that, right? It is a mind activity. So we have to create some kind of a mental order. So that means whatever concepts, whatever qualities that you are introducing from the environment, the child will have to establish all of that. They have to adapt it. For example, how far we have to go to schools. Maybe somebody will say, ma'am, 2 kilometers. The child will be able to compute in their mind. Now, in case if you're going on the way, how do you go? Ma'am, I go by bus. How many children do travel in your school bus? Maybe the child should be able to estimate all those numericals, right? So they should be able to estimate. So we would be working in our math concepts which is related to estimation. The child should be able to estimate. The child should be able to, what else? Quantify how many children. So they should be related to quantity also. Ma'am, 20 children are traveling with me. right? Okay, so on the way, driver uncle poured some petrol. So you need to also be able to calculate certain things like, the multiplication or division or whatever that you wanted to have. So each and every concept that you are linked with your environment is also a part of your mathematical lesson. So in today's class, we are going to learn a simple material, and that is called as your bead frame. Now, before introducing bead frame, I wanted to show you on the quantity. I wanted to on the decimal system. Now, what is a decimal system? What is decimal system? What is a decimal system? Now, see, everybody, in case if I show you this material, okay? So this is one of the material which we call it as golden beads. Now, if I take one small bead from me, can you all see the bead here? The tiniest bead. So this is one bead. We call it as a unit. Okay. And then 10 such units are being into one string. Can you see here? One string. So I have taken one bead, two beads, three beads, four beads, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I've tied all those tens into one. So 10 ones is making 110. So likewise, 10 tens will make up 100. See, 110, 210, 310, 410, 510, 610, 710, 810, 910, and 1010. And 10 tens are making 1000. See, it's a cube which is tied together. Now, this is representing your decimal system. Now, I wanted to show you on the screen. So everybody take a look. Now you will be able to visually get the differences between what is my unit. What am I talking about? So this is my unit. This is my unit. This is my tens. This is my 100. And this is my 1000. So we all got the differences. We have units, we have tens, we have hundreds, and we have thousands. Now it becomes easy for a child also to perform some comparison. So you will only be first introducing what is a decimal system for the children. Now, once the child understands this decimal system, from here on is what you will be going for quantity. So you will teach them about quantity. Now, if I say 100, the child gives me 100. Now, what if I say 200? I pick up another 100. I just do a basic counting. 100, 200. Clear, everyone? If I say 30, so it is 110. We don't say 10, 20, 30. 210, 310. So it is like equivalent to your 30 number. Now, if I say 230, so I have 100, 200, 10, 20, and 30. Now you're able to get the difference. So you need to first work on the quantity. Clear, everyone? Is everybody clear? Can I put you all onto the gallery mode? Is everybody clear? This is a basic exercise of decimal system. We use materials like this. All the newcomers, please don't worry. It's the first class for you. You get an opportunity whenever you meet me at school. So you get the hands-on exercises. You can use this material, use it in your classes and see. Then you get the great learning ability out of this. Okay. Right now, you can just observe what these materials are. So these are called golden beads. Okay. So it's a golden bead frame and it's a golden bead material to introduce the quantity to children. Now, using this material, what are the different operations we do it at school is like we perform addition. Now, addition is one of the first operation that we do. Now, second operation, what it could be, we perform addition, then
Multiplication.
subtraction, we
Subtraction.
perform multiplication, and
Division.
division. So these are the four different operations that you do. Again, in each of those operations, you have different types. We have a static operation and we have a dynamic. Now, what is static? No carry forward, no borrowing. In dynamic, we have a carry forward and we have a borrowing conceptual. Now, again, the static addition and the dynamic addition, we can perform of 1 digit, 2 digit, 3 digit, 4 digit. Yes or no? 5 digits, 6 digits, 7 digits, anything. You can add 1 plus 1. You can add 22 plus 32. You can add 342 plus 545. You can add 8,895 plus 6,742. So you got the differences, right? 1 digit addition, 2 digit addition, 3 digit addition, and 4 digit addition. So all these possibilities are still there. So using these materials, how would you do is the next important challenge. But in today's class, I would not be showing you to perform with the Montessori golden beads. Rather, I will be asking you all to be working with something called as the Montessori bead frame. Okay, so how does this material look like? The bead frame, it is very much similar to what we have it in our abacus, right? We've all seen our abacus bead frame. It is very much similar to that, but it again comes with two different varieties. So we have a short or a small bead frame, just like this, and we have a large bead frame. Okay, so this is your short bead frame, and again I will have my large bead frame. So this is my large bead frame. So these would be the two materials that we would be seeing for today's exercise. Okay, so everybody note down. The first one, what I showed is golden beads. We are not using that, but golden beads is also the basic material to introduce arithmetic for our children. Now we are going to go for a little advanced material that is called the bead frame. Okay, so bead frames, we have two types. We have a short or a small bead frame, and then we have a large bead frame. Okay, the first material in bead frame is called the short bead frame. Everybody please note down. We're going to be start working with our short bead frame. We'll be working with our short bead frame. Okay. So you can keep a notebook because we'll be doing some problems as well. Keep your notebook also. Okay. Did you take it? Okay. Fine. So this is the material that I was talking about. So we're going to be using this material. So first I'll run through the PPT. So you will get the glimpse of what are the different activities that we will be doing it for now. Then we will do it practically. Along with that, problem by problem, we are going to be solving. Let me tell you, bead frame is a material which we give it to our children in our classes. Why? 4 reasons. Why do we do that, Deepti? Why do we give bead frame? To perform what? Yes, you need to be more spontaneous. Why do we use bead frame? Sumita, why do we use bead frame?
Ma'am, to do addition, subtraction, multiplication, division.
Yes. To perform your operations like multiplication, division, then subtraction and addition, right? So these are the 4 important operations. How many types of bead frames you have? 2 types. Amazing. Ranjini, what are they?
Short bead frame,
Short bead, long.
and large bead frame.
Yes. So we have a small bead frame and we have a large bead frame. And do both of them follow the same purpose? Yes. We use both the materials to introduce addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. But division, we don't use the bead frames. We usually generalize it to only 3 operations. Now, what kind of operations can you do? We learned about we can do addition. Can we do static dynamic? Yes. So we should be able to perform static and dynamic also. So first we'll take up simple exercises. We're going to be working. So first of all, let me explain you about the material itself. Now, what is this material? Now, this material has 4 wires. Now, each of the wire will have how many beads? It will have 10 beads. It will have how many? It will have 10 beads. The first bead is green. The second bead is blue. The third bead is red. And the fourth bead is green. Now, let me show you how it is. So we have 4 strings. Can you all see? We have 4 strings here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right? Yes, Chandra. We have 4 strings which is tied together. The first one is green. The second is blue. The third is red. And the fourth one, if you see, there's a little gap between it. So we're going to see why that the gap is actually been there. Now, this green is used to introduce your units. Blue for tens, red for hundreds, green for thousands. So we use for units, tens, hundreds, and thousands. So if at all, if there is any marking, you can write it. If there is no marking, you can write it. Okay, so this is for units, tens, hundreds, and thousands. Now, using this is what we're going to go for your the next part of it. So that could be on, how exactly you're going to be performing these exercises. So we learned about this. Now, what is the quantity? How does it quantify? How does it quantify? What is the material or what is the symbol? So units are represented by ones, tens are represented by tens. You
Ma'am,
can
we
see
can't see
color.
your beads, ma'am. It is
No, I'm
black.
not showing. I'm not showing.
Okay.
I'm not showing. Only the PPT you can see.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. And then the third one, your 100 is about your hundreds and 1,000 is for your thousands. Now, what is the first thing that we're going to do? The first exercise is counting without zero. Counting without zero. Everyone note down the first number. I'll give you one number. Okay. So let's take up the first number. So let me also pin my board. The first number for today, note down. Maybe I'll give you 36. The first number for today is 36. Now, how should we do it? What is the number 36? So my 30 is in my tens position, in my ones position. So how many ones I have to move? How many ones I have to move?
6 ones.
6 ones I have to move. Now, where do I move it? So most of the time, the beads cannot be here. It should be always on my left-hand side. Okay, this is the first preparatory exercise that you will help the children to actually work. To make it more easier, I can have a pencil. And how many ones I would be moving? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 ones. How many tens are there? 30.
30.
So 36. Now, what is the representation that we did? How do we represent 36? By moving 3 tens and 6 ones to the right-hand side of mine. Clear, everybody? You're moving towards the right-hand side. So let me keep it this way. Clear? So we moved it towards the right-hand side. So 36. Clear? All of you? We moved 36. Now, what if I give you another number? Once I'm done, I will be moving. Now, the first exercise should be making sure that we don't include zero at all in our presentation. Give me the next number. What could be the next number?
45.
45. So how many ones? So 1,
5.
3,
5.
4, 45. 45. Okay.
Ma'am, 10. 5 ones, 45, ma'am. So blue is for 10.
Okay, so
45.
45. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now give me a larger number now.
96.
96. So we can now, instead of going from ones, I will always go back from here. 96. So I'm going together, but you got to go really slow. 1, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. We have 96. Okay. Now let's do a bigger number. Maybe if I give you 5,432. So what is the readable format? 5,000. So the other green is for thousands. So I cannot have both of them in the same color. That's the reason I give a little gap here. So this tells me that this is a larger number comparatively to this number. Okay. So 5,000s, 346. 5,346. Now this should be your representation. Now, if they give you in writing, in your exam, what you should be doing is like, you need to be working on this particular way. So you need to help them to work on this area and they should be able to give you on this. Okay, so did you all get it now? Did you all get it? What is the writing pattern? So what is this number now? What does this number represent?
5.
Very good. Very good. So this number represents 5. Now, what if I have another number like this? So what is this number?
10.
10. The next step after you're confident is the next presentation would be numbers with respect to 0. From now on, you will start introducing the numbers which will have 0. Once you finish the basic numbers, okay? The basic numbers are the ones without 0, maybe 36, 536, 4,528. or 9, 8. You can give any individual numbers also. Once you introduce these smaller numbers which has without 0, so this should be your first exercise to make any number without 0. Once the child is confident in moving the numbers and they are able to identify the positions of ones, tens, hundreds, and thousands, then the second step is you will go and start working with numbers which will have 0. So what is 0? 0 means nothing. Correct? 0 means nothing. So now you can start giving numbers like 6, then 10, 208, 5039. Okay, so let's begin with the first one. So what does the first number say? So you go back. Yeah. So you have to come back here. So what does the first number say? The first number is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm done with the first number. Correct? First number is done. So I have to move it back. What is my second number?
10.
10. So do I have anything in my ones position?
No.
Nothing. So I don't have anything in my ones position. So what should I next go to? 10. So 1, 10. So I'm done with this number also. Then I move it back. What is my third number? 208. 100, 200. Do I have anything in the tens position here?
No.
So I don't have to move anything on my blue string. What about my ones? How many ones? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this has to be my writable version. So even in your exam, when they ask you about how do you represent 208, you need to draw a hexagonal frame like this. Everybody please note down, you need to draw a hexagonal frame like this, wherein only 2 beads are here. But where are the 8 beads? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 are this side. And nothing on the 0. So that means all the 10 are here only. What about hundreds? Only 2 hundreds have been moved here. The remaining 8 hundreds are here. So you have to do this as a writable version. Clear, everybody? Pratap, Supriya?
Yes, ma'am, I'm clear.
Yes, Deepti, understanding? So you have to be drawing. So how do we draw in our books? How do we draw in our exam paper is the next question. Like, a graphical representation. Anytime you get any question says like, how do you represent on the paper format? You will have to draw this. You will have to draw this particular exercise. Okay. Fine, everyone. So you will have to be drawing all of this. This has to be the representation. So what does this number represent?
Ma'am, we have to use color pencils to show
Yes,
this.
yes, yes. You have to use the exact color code. So your units are in what color?
Okay.
Units are in
Green color.
Green color.
Ones are in, sorry,
Red, blue.
units are in green. So tens are in blue.
Blue.
Hundreds are in red. Thousands are in
House.
Green.
color. This is one of the representation that you will have to be doing. So we did 2 presentations. One was like identifying the number, which was without 0. The second thing is like identifying and making the number with 0. And we have also learned how to use the material, and we have also learned about the proper presentation of writing on the paper. Clear so far? Now the next step, the step 3, after identification and after writing on the paper, the step 3 would be performing the operations. Performing operations. Now in operations is what we are going to be performing. First thing is like addition. We will do addition in the operation. We will do addition. Again in addition, you can have a static addition. You can also have a dynamic addition. So what is static addition? No carry forward. Okay. So static means what? Static means no carry forward. No carry forward. So what's your dynamic? Dynamic will have carry forward. So dynamic will be able to carry it forward. Okay. So this is something that you will have to be doing it. Okay. So these are the two exercises that we are going to be performing. Again, the question is like, what kind of static addition you're going to do? Are you going to do a 1 digit? Are you going to do a 2 digit, 3 digit, or 4 digit? So you can perform this addition of a 1, 2, 3, and 4 digit. Why only 4 digit? Why only 4 digit? Because we are working only with 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers.
4.
If I give 5 digit addition, I have to use what?
One more string.
I have to perform my large bead frame. Okay. Since it's a 4 digit this thing, we're going to be using a small digit number. Okay. First note down everyone, static addition using the small bead frame. Pretty simple they are, but we need to follow the rules how we have to be introducing it to children. Okay, so let me quickly share the next exercise what we're going to be having. So once we finish counting with 0, the next exercise is like, to make any large number. So we have seen this also, right? So we have to ask the children to read the number 2596. So we have to show him how to move the beads. 6 units, 9 tens, 500.
500s,
Finally, the 2000,
2000.
right? The child understood. So we have made that. Next, we have to make sure how the child will be working when we have a number 0. So we also saw this. So what it is? 7 units, right? So we moved 7 units here. 0 tens. So we have not moved anything here. 600s. So we have moved 600s here. Then 2000. So we have moved 2000s. So we have learned this problem also. So far clear with everybody? Everybody is clear so far? Just
Yes,
the
ma'am.
using the small bead frame. Okay. Next thing would be towards moving on to the next operations. That would be towards our static and dynamic addition using this. Now you will tell children, we're going to be working on addition. So for this, you need to have a piece of paper. Everybody has paper, book?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. The first condition for me is, what kind of addition are you going to do? Are you going to do a 1 digit, 2 digit, 3 digit, or 4 digit? But today, to solve the, because of the time, we'll do a 4 digit. I will not do a 1 digit, 2 digit, 3 digit. We will directly go to a 4 digit addition. But for you, for your classes, you have to maintain how many digit addition you're going to be writing. So note down the first problem. The first problem is 2365. I've just marked the lines on it so you will understand, because we have not marked it. But if you have pen, you will be using 4 colors. Okay, you will be using 4 colors. So you will write here TH so that we know we have an understanding about thousands. Okay, so this is my 1000. Then I have my 100. 100 is in my red color. Then I have my tens. My tens are in blue. And I have my units or ones. That is again in my color green. Okay. So we're going to have, since I have not written the numbers, I've marked the line on that. Even in the book, it is marked with the line. Okay. So we're going to perform on this addition. Everyone's written?
Yes.
2365
65.
plus 5423. Okay. So now, how do we do this with this exercise? How do we do this with this exercise? Okay. So what is the first step? You're going to take your material. You're going to have everything being aligned this way. You're going to keep a pencil so that you have it. And you have your problem statement. What is the first step that we always have to follow? What are these two numbers? What are these two numbers? 2000. What are those numbers called as? Those are called as your addends.
Add-in.
This is your addend, right? This is your first number. This is your second number. And this is your sign of performing addition. And we're going to be summing up. So the answer is considered to be as your sum, correct? So the first thing what we're going to do is take up the first number on the readable format. What is the readable format? 2365. So I have 2365 plus 5,000. So I'm not joining immediately. I'm only collecting the quantity. 5,423. So I had my first number. I have my second number. Now what am I going to do? I'm going to be summing it up. So gently you ask the children to join. From where will you now start counting? From your units. So we count how many units? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You don't stop there. So what would you do immediately? What would you do immediately? As soon as you get the count of your this thing, what would you do? Yes, you need to write the answer. Otherwise, you might forget. Next is I have
6
What
plus 2.
Did I move everything? Okay. 6 plus 2. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I write 8. Now what is this? 3 plus 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we write 7. 5 plus 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you write 7. So your answer is 7,788. Now what is this operation called? This is called as static addition. So there was no carry forward. And the next challenge is, how can you perform carry forward using the same material? If you have a carry forward, we have something called as dynamic addition. So for performing that, let's see the next problem. Everybody please note down the next problem statement for all of us. We're going to do the next problem. So dynamic is where you have a carry forward and you will carry some extra beads. It's a simple addition we're going to be following. Note down the problem. It is 2,435 plus 1,226. Everybody wrote? Okay, so it is dynamic. Now we're going to see a dynamic addition. Okay, so yes. So I'm going to remove the spotlight, this one. Only going to put mine. Okay, so what's the first number?
2,435.
435. What's my next number?
1,226.
But do we have 6 here?
No,
Do I have
No.
6 here?
no.
I don't have 6. So how many I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To make it 6, what should I have?
In the 10th place, take
No,
one.
to make it 6, what should I have?
One more bead.
1.
I need to have one more what? One more of my green bead. That is my units I need to have. So I'll keep that. Where do I get this one more from? I need to take it from this blue. Correct? So I need to take it from this blue. So I will take it here and I would move everything back. What was remaining? 1 was remaining here. I have already written 1. 1 bead I had to take it, right? So I have taken here. Madhvi, big question mark. Okay, clear? So we have taken here. So that means we have borrowed 110. We have already seen if there are any 110s is nothing but 10 ones. So I took 110 from here. Now what is remaining here? It is only 1. Now count this. 1, 10, 2, 10, 3, 10, 4, 10, 5, 10, 6, 10. So I have 6 tens. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600. So we have 600, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. So we have 3,000. So the answer is 3,661. If you did not understand, I will do it one more time. You're putting everything back. So you have 2,435. The second one was 1,220. Sorry. Five is there, 3 and 2. Okay. So this is your 2,000, 1,220. Now here I need to have 6. But do I have 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is only there. So I cannot take. So what I have to take? I have to take from here, right? So I need to remove this and give it to this. But I cannot position here. So that means I need to have 10 more green beads. But already one is already pending here because I could not get another one more for adding here 6. So I keep only one of that and I'll move this because I could not get one. Now, what if this was 7? What if this was 7? Since I could not get 7 of it, I only have 5. I take 110, I give everything, and I keep back 2 because I could not add 2. Getting it? If you're not getting it, on Saturday, please come down, use the material, solve the problems all by yourself. Then you join, then you add. So this was going to be your borrowing conception. Okay, if you have difficulty in this concept, you have to again redo your golden beads. When you do golden beads, you will understand the conceptuals of carrying forward. Okay, then you can actually perform. This is one of the next problem that you're going to be working. That's your dynamic addition. What
Ma'am,
would be your, yes, ma'am.
small question. Decimals you are telling now, small kids, we are understanding that one bead is decimal. But when we tell the word to the decimal small kids, they will understand, na?
We can't say decimal, okay, but we say decimal system is nothing but a group of numbers. It's related to larger quantities and other things, right? Wherein you have units, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, then lakh, 10 lakhs, and then you go on.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
in from till I think till UKG you can talk only about thousands.
Okay,
Once
ma'am.
they're in a first standard, second standard, you can talk about their place value and face value.
Yes, ma'am.
Your
Yes.
place value is nothing but where it actually stands and what is the value. Now the place value of this 2 is 1000, but the face value is 2. The place value of 4 is 100.
100.
The
Face
face value is 4.
4.
Face value of this is tens.
10.
Face value is 2. So this one, grade 1 will understand place value and face value.
Yes,
But
ma'am.
the younger kids, you can only introduce up to thousands. They will understand.
Okay.
Go a little slow. You start with teens, tens, then simple addition, simple subtraction, you can go. But if there is a confusion, don't do carry forward. Don't do dynamic.
Okay.
Until they are good with static, don't start with dynamic.
Okay.
Bead frame, that is what I said. Unless children are comfortable moving the beads, identifying the beads with 0, without 0, don't start operations.
Okay.
Until and understand they're able to do proper static addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, don't start dynamic.
Okay.
Slowly you do dynamic. You can always keep your golden bead material as an alternative. If they forget, children 10 ones makes 110. So we had to have this replication, right? So you want to take away all of that. You can actually tell them about it, that concept, and they can work on it.
Okay. Thank
Okay.
you. Thank
Yes.
you.
So this is your dynamic addition purpose. Now let's see what could be the next operation of what I would be working over here. The next problem statement, everybody take a look. So we're going to be working on subtraction. Just like how we had your, what I could say, addition, we're going to be also having our dynamic subtraction. Okay. Now what is dynamic subtraction? Sorry, the regular subtraction. You're going to take your first number and then you're going to be taking away the second number altogether, right? So note down this problem, 9,500, and we are doing static, guys. I'm not doing dynamic. We're going to do only static. 9,578 minus 7,234. Everybody note down. 9,578 minus 7,234. Once we have this problem statement, what is the thing that you have to be working? Subtraction is always, you're going to keep your first number. Then you're going to be taking away your second number. So you have to first collect your first number. Okay, so what does your first number say? It's 9,500. 9,500. So 500s.
78.
20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70,
8.
78. Okay, we had it. Now, from where would you take it back? From units. Always arranging from the readable format, but subtracting or addition from the units points. Okay, so we have 8 units. How many units should I be taking away? I need to take away 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many is remaining?
4 is
Oh.
remaining.
So you have to write
Right.
that we have 4 being remaining. So we have 4 ones being remaining. Now I have 7 tens. I have how many tens? I have 7 tens. I have to take away how many tens from
3
3
tens.
10. 1 10, 2 10, 3 10. We don't say 10, 20, 30. Why? Because
1
you'll be able to see the difference. So if you take away 3 tens, how much it is remaining? 1 10, 2 10, 3 10, 4 10. So you will write only 4. If you tell 40, there are chances of children writing 40. Okay, so this is the thing that you have to remember. Now you have 5 hundreds. How many hundreds you will have to take away? 2. 100, 200. If you take away 200, how many are remaining with us? 300. I have 9,000. I need to remove 7,000. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 I remained. How many are remaining?
2,000.
So what kind of a subtraction is this? Is this static or dynamic?
Static.
Why is it static? Because it did not have any
Carry forward.
borrow. No borrow. Subtraction, no borrowing. Addition, carrying. Okay. So there was no borrowing concept. So that's the reason we call it as a static.
Subtraction.
Likewise,
1 2 tens or 2 10?
2 10,
10 only or to 10.
10, 3 10, 4 10, 5 10. If you're putting it into line, 2 tens are 20, 3 tens are 30, 4 tens are 40. Okay, 1 10, 2 10, 3 10, 4 10, 5 10. How do you represent using golden beads? 1 10, 2 10, 3 10, 4 10, 5 10. 100, 200, 300, 400. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. So always ones on beads, tens with a line, hundreds with a square, thousands with a cube in golden beads. In your golden beads. This is how you will write it for children. Because you cannot show it every time. So this is how you actually write and show it with children.
Please repeat one more time, please.
1, 10, 100, 1,000. The writable notation of golden beads. For example, 1 is nothing but your bead. Okay, how do I show the bead? Like this. Small bead. 10. Since it's a string which is made up of 10 ones, so I have to write it as a line. Okay, because I cannot draw 10 beads like this, no? So I'm just representing by a line in the writable format. This is my 100. So actually I have to be putting 10 lines like this, but writing it becomes difficult. So I only write a square. And for 1,000,
Cube.
I'll be using my cube to represent. So this is the writable notation. If you want to write and show in your paper how, what, you have to be writing it in that format. This is only for your golden beads. Okay. Clear, everyone?
Yes.
Now we will perform subtraction, which will be dynamic. Now what is dynamic? With the one which will have a carry forward. Just like how addition had it. This is the notation. You have to show it in the notation, also writing notation. Dynamic, you will be borrowing something. It's a simple subtraction wherein you have to show children we need to borrow. So note down the problem statement. Note down the problem statement. It is 4,539 minus 1,249. 4,539 minus 1,249. Everybody clear? Okay, let's start. Okay, so So 4,000. So what should I do? I have to only take my first number. So I have 4,000s, 500s, 39. So this is my quantity which I have taken. Now I have to take away how many units? I have 9 units.
Yes.
How many units?
9.
I have 9 units. I have to take away 9. So I have 9 units. I have to take away 9. So how much is remaining here?
0.
0. So I have nothing here. So I write 0. Now I have how many tens? How many tens? I have 3 tens. How many tens should I be taking?
4.
Do I have 4 tens?
No.
No. So what should I do? So I have to borrow.
Borrow.
I'm borrowing from here. That means I need to give here how many? 10.
Tens. Yeah.
I need to give 10, right? But do I have 10? I don't have 10. So what is remaining already here? 3 is remaining. So
3.
keep that in mind. 3 is remaining. Keep that in mind. So now I have given 10.
Okay.
Okay. Now you take away how much?
4.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But how much we also kept in mind? 3. That also we have to take. 1, 2, 3. Now you see how much it is. 4 plus 3 is
7.
7. So I have to write 7. Now I have these many hundreds. How many hundreds I have to take away?
2.
200. 100, 200. So how many hundreds are remaining?
4.
400.
400.
Now I have 4,000s. How many thousands I have to take away?
1,000.
1,000. So how many are remaining?
3.
3,000s are remaining. So my answer is 3,470. Okay. Anyone had any conclusion?
Ma'am, 3,270.
Yeah.
Answer is
9 should come, but it's number 7.
there.
5 minus
And
4,
even 5 minus
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
4 minus 2.
Sorry. It has to be 9. We'll do one more time. So I have 9. Wait. So 3 tens, 500s, then 4,000s.
4,000s.
Okay, so I took away 9,000. So it is
9. 0. Okay.
0. So I have to take here 1.
Okay.
Right? So I have to add how many more?
4.
4.
10 I had to add, right? So
3.
I have,
7 is there. 3
Sevens.
more, ma'am. 3 more. 7 is there. 3 more you have to add, ma'am.
no, don't worry about
Ma'am,
this.
I guess we need to count how many hundreds are there.
How many hundreds are here? No, not that. I'm still in tens, guys. See, I had 9 once. Okay. I had how many tens? 3 tens I have.
3 tens.
Now I have 500s. Then we have 4,000s. Now I have to take away. Okay. So I'm taking away how many ones?
9.
9 ones.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have to take away 9 ones.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
So how much was remaining? 0.
0.
Now I have 3 tens. I have to take away how many?
4.
2 tens.
4 tens. Can I take away 4 tens?
No.
I can't take. So I have to take this. So that means I have to give how much?
More you are asking. 1, ma'am.
No, ma. See, if I have to take this 100 here, I have to give here 10 beads.
You have 7. You have to give more 3 beads more. 7 plus 3. 7 is left over. It is there.
Yes.
But we need 10 means 3 more.
7 is there, right, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
So I have to give 3 more.
Yes, ma'am.
No. Already 3 is there, ma'am.
Yes,
Already
ma'am.
3 is there. Now,
Yes.
if I borrowed here, that means I'm giving 1 more here.
Yes, okay. 10's rod.
Correct.
Okay,
So I
10
have
plus
to
7.
add how many?
Okay, 10 plus 7, 17 you are telling then.
No, I need to, not 17, I need to have 13 beads.
13, 10 plus 3. Okay. 3
Right.
is this side, 10, 10.
Three-
Okay.
This 3, that is what I said,
Okay.
keep in mind.
Mm.
So I have to give
Okay.
13. I don't have 13.
Mm,
So this
mm,
3
mm.
was anyways here. So
Okay.
I
10.
cannot add here. So I'm putting here. So this is my 10.
10. Yeah.
Yes.
So I should also have 3.
3. Yes.
1, 2, 3 I should have.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Now how much I have to take away?
4 you have to take away.
1, 2, 3, 4. So how much will be remaining? Sorry. This is there. Now I have to take 1, 2, 3, 4. How do I?
9 will be.
9, no. 9 I cannot have.
See, ma'am, you put a 10. From there, you remove 4. Then add 3. Then the sum will be correct, ma'am.
No.
See, 3
was
we are
already
keeping.
here.
3 we
Three
are
was
keeping.
already here.
Hmm.
Yes.
This 3 we are keeping mind.
Yes. 3 we are keeping mine, so I'll put it back.
Put it back. Now you add a
Four I
10.
have to-
No, now you can add a 10. Then remove 4.
Four.
Then
Next,
add 3.
add
3
three.
already it is mind. You have to
So-
add. Yes, na? With the remainder.
Yes.
6
Yes.
plus 3.
Correct. Yes. So adding that 10, it will come down.
Yes. And then go
Okay.
back. Then add it. That's it.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Yes, we'll do
Most
that. There's a little confusion, so we'll do that one more time. Okay, so we have 9 ones. We have
3
tens.
tens.
We have
500.
500s, and we have 4,000s. Now I have to take away my first 9, so I take away the first 9. So my answer here is 0. Now I have only 3, so I cannot take away 4 here. So I have to borrow 1. This is 100. So that means I need to give 10 tens here, right? So this 3, I will move it back. 3, I'll keep in mind. This 3, I will keep in mind. So when this comes, this has to go here. This is my 10.
Now remove 4.
Now I have to remove 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I have to also
Add 3.
add 3 to it.
1,
2, 3.
Now
I
it is
have to
correct.
add it.
Yes.
This
Now it is correct.
becomes my 9.
Yes,
Because
ma'am.
I had to keep in my mind. Now
Yes,
1, I have these many hundreds. So I have to remove 2 hundreds. So I have to have 1, 2, 3, 4. 400.
No, ma'am. From 4 minus 200, you have to remove.
Sorry. 400s minus 200. So I
Yes, ma'am.
correct. So it will be 200.
Yes, ma'am.
And now I have my 4,000. I remove my 1,000. So I will have my
Yes. Now it is correct.
3,000.
290. 200.
Ma'am, you are not pinning yourself, ma'am. It is very difficult to see beads.
No, I'm seeing the board, no? So maybe because of that.
Okay, thank you.
3,290. Okay. So this is your dynamic subtraction. So Saturday when you're coming for the live class, no? You can always work with these problems, and that will also help us to work a little bit more better. So this is the 2 operations that we did. So we did on the material called small bead frame. We have just done addition, subtraction, learning the presentation. We have learned about writing in the note representation. Can somebody quickly show me your book, how you have written? The writable formats. Yes, Samsa ma'am. Okay, that's very good. So I'm just checking with Ranjini. Ranjini, look at this. Can everybody see this? Okay, so this is so beautifully she's written the writable notation, dynamic additions, and all of that. Very good. Anytime Ranjini you get time, no, just use it in the frame kind of a thing. Okay, so that will also help you to remember better. Yes.
Okay.
Anyone else would like to show? Anybody else would like to show how you have written? Yes, Shubha. Shubha, we have Shubha. Shubha is going to show us. Look at this, very good. So Shubha has also written in the frame format. Shubha, anytime you get to make a nice copy, no? So you have to write your math album, right? So in math album, we're going to write it in the same way. Okay, very good. Very nice. Very lovely. Okay, very good. Yeah. So these are the two exercises. So in the next class, again, we're going to continue the same large bead frame and the short bead frame, wherein we would be working on multiplication, and then we would be
Division.
working towards the large hexagonal bead frame also. Okay. Any doubts in this? So subtraction with borrowing can be a little time consuming. It can be a little difficulty because you're using the new material. So just like how I got a little confused, you might also have addition and subtraction. So anytime that you add anything, it has to go down. And keeping it in mind, you can have a piece of paper, you can write it, and then you're going to add it up and then subtract it. Okay, so that will help us to work on it. So that's it for today's class, guys. Thank you so much for joining on time. And do share a fair copy of this exercise. I'll also share you the PPT. Only continue to this material, okay? Only till subtraction. Don't continue for multiplication. The slides also have multiplication, but don't do that all by your own. We will do it together in the next class. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
So see you all tomorrow at school. So I'm meeting MX students at the school. So I'll see you tomorrow. Okay? And thank you very much, guys. Hamza ma'am, how was your math exam, Olympiad today?
Good, ma'am. Good,
Very
ma'am.
good. Okay.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Yes, very
Very nice. Okay, okay. Niti, how was your class?
Yeah, fine, ma'am.
I could not meet you and Tulsi today, so I'll meet you
Yeah.
both tomorrow in your classes. Yeah.
Okay.
Priya, how are you doing?
Fine, ma'am. Absolutely fine.
Okay, all right. You sounded a little quiet today. Not well.
I'm not feeling well, ma'am.
Not well, yeah. We could make out from your energy, low energy. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Little having fever.
Fever. Take care. Take care. Okay. So God bless all of you. Take care. So see you all tomorrow. So we had today with
Love
us
you. Love you,
Sonali,
ma'am.
Divya, Ranjani, Shivashri, Sumita, then Hina, Shweta, Soni, Sunata, Tulsi. Many of them are absent today. God bless all of them. Let me share the video with all of them. See you all tomorrow, guys. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
thank
Okay,
you, ma'am.
bye-bye.
Bye, ma'am. Thank
Take
you.
care.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye.
Bye, madam.